again, CES 2014. We're here with Mionix, and I have Peter here. They're going to go ahead and show us some of their latest innovations, some of their greatest stuff, maybe some of their old stuff, and maybe show us a little bit on how they go through the process of actually creating some mice or some headsets. So let's go ahead, Peter. Let's walk over to your little display, and we'll take it from there.
Brilliant.
Let's go ahead, and it looks like you have a process here of how you actually create a mouse.
Yeah, we have. So when we start to develop a mouse, we actually start with a brick of foam. What we do then is that we drag line, sandpaper it off, drag a new line, sandpaper it off, and we do quite many of these bricks. You never score the first time, you know, so you have to do a couple. Once we find we do shape that we like, we scan it in into a 3D file, and if it's symmetrical mice, we do one side and then we mirror the other side.
Okay.
If it's a ergonomic mouse, like the NEOS shape, then we need to do everything. This takes a longer time, of course.
Okay.
And then we start to print shapes out with our 3D printer, and it looks like this. So there's no buttons, we just have done the holes and stuff. One thing that we have done with the Avior here is that this is a symmetrical mouse, but we want to make it very ergonomic, which was one of our key objectives. And you can see that it's very round here in the back, and that's because you want to be able to claw grip it, as well as palm it. So when you see here, I have very little tense here on my
Okay, so you're not putting any tension on your wrist.
Exactly, so you can game for several hours, and it's ergonomic however you want to hold the mouse. With the NEOS, on the other hand, is the first Mockup sample made in 2009. We want to do a full palm grip mouse, where you have a full palm, no tense, and you know, very relaxing and everything. So once you've done a mock-up sample like this, we go over and do a prototype. So this is the first prototype for the NEOS 5000. This one is end of life, so the new products we have here is the NEOS 8200, which I will get back to. But this is the first one. It looks a bit nasty, you know, but that's how the prototypes are. And it has, you know, it's 4 years old almost.
No, that's understandable. They do get a little beaten up. That's how mine looks after about 3 months.
Sounds a bit disgusting, but yeah. Then we also try other things, you know. We want to do white products as well. We tried to do this. This is just a prototype. We will not put this one in production, but I have it here just to show. And when it's finished, you get the real products. So here's actually the recently launched Avior 7000. It has the ADNS3310 optical sensor. There is no hardware acceleration, either positive or negative. So this is a very decent hardcore FPS mouse for people like claw grip and palm grip. And it has 9 buttons overall. It's equipped with an ARM processor running 32 bits, so you can, you know, do whatever you like with it. It's 128 kilobytes in memory and so on. That's standard for all our mouse these days. Here's the NEOS 8200 laser version, and also here is the Avior 8200. So this is almost 1 year old now, these two products, and this one is recently launched.
Just recently launched, correct.
As you might see down here, this one looks actually a bit different, and this is a mock-up sample, which have been done in
That's an interesting prototype.
Yeah, because it's a bit different from the NEOS. As you can see, we have built out like a lip here.
The lip is a little bit wider.
Also, you can see, if you look on the underneath of the mouse, you see quite big difference. Here it's more rounded, here it's more spiky. You can also see a big difference on these parts, as well as on these parts. So, and if we look on the back on it, we actually lowered it. Here's almost 1 centimeter in the height. And there's a ½ centimeter. So all these things makes a very big difference on the ergonomics. So this is like, how to say, it's not the upgraded version. Both grips are awesome, but this is, how should I say, a new prototype, which I'm gonna show you now. So this is our new concept. It's called the Concept PX.
Concept PX.
Yeah, and this is a inductively charged gaming mouse.
Really?
Yeah. So what we have here is that it's a wireless mouse. You have 2 batteries here and a small space where you can actually store
an RF adapter.
Dongle. Yeah, we use RF because we want as low latency as possible.
Okay.
So it actually runs in the same speed as a USB 2.0 cable version.
Okay.
1 ms and 1000 amps in pollen rate. Underneath here, underneath this plastic, we actually have the RF induction.
Okay.
The receiver, so to say. I'll turn it on. And underneath this mouse pad, you can. This is not a mouse pad right now. This is just a protector.
It's a prototype. No, I understand.
It's a prototype. It will have 2 sides, 1 low frequency, 1 high frequency. But here you can actually see underneath here we have the IC, the PCB.
Okay.
So in this area here, we have the inductive transmitter. So as long as you pair the receiver on top of the transmitter, it will charge.
Oh, okay. So it's auto charging if you have the cable in there. Oh,
exactly.
that is great.
But that's not the only thing. It's also that you can actually remove the cable from here and plug it in.
And then plug it in and charge it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is what you need to do if you want to upgrade firmwares and other things.
Okay, so it needs to be
only for firmware. But the one thing that's very important is that you don't need the mouse pad. You know, you can use it as a normal wireless mouse. So it's pretty cool. Then also we launched yesterday this new headset, the Nash 20. It's one of the first headsets out from Mionix, and totally rubber coated. And what's special with it is that we have an inbuilt microphone mute. So it clicks here as a notification.
Okay, so when it goes up, it mutes.
Exactly. And down as unmuted.
Okay.
We also put the volume control here on the back. So when you have it on your head, you can just adjust everything.
You don't have to go looking for the controls down on the bottom
the cable
somewhere.
Is totally flat. You know,
Very
so
good.
You don't have any volume controls or anything.
Very good. So you don't have to go looking for something. All you got to do is just lift your hand and bam, you got your volume.
Exactly. And also we have tried to, in here we have steel height adjustment. It's very solid. Also it's a TP headband. So, you know, you can actually adjust it a bit.
Okay.
And it's a solid construction. We also have memory foam ear pads, and here we have 22 millimeters, and in the headband we have 80 millimeters, and it's protein level. Okay. Yeah.
Very nice.
So it's very comfortable, especially because the inner ear cap moves in all directions. Most headsets you can get like tense below your ear.
Right.
Because it's
after you're wearing them for a while, you start feel that tension on the bottom of your ear.
Exactly. This is something we have worked very hard on, that this will not happen. So, and it's because of the inner ear cap and memory foam ear pads.
Very nice.
You won't see it now, but we have actually angled drivers, so it's facing straight into the ears because the ear is not flat. And we have created our own drivers. We call them DACT. It's a 50mm driver.
Okay.
And we have optimized the cone here for low frequencies, and then we have the surroundings here doing the mids and the highs, the tribal and balance, so to say. And on the inner cap here, normally there is open-backed headset and closed-backed headset. We have a semi-closed-back headset. So what we have done is that we have a closed-back construction where we drill holes to it and have an audio filter on it.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm really proud of the sound of this headset, and it's it's.
Now, are they true gaming headsets, or how are they with, say, music?
Oh, they are brilliant because we have actually used a frequency response which is optimized for audiophile.
Okay.
Then we have highlighted tones from in-games, so like footsteps and these kind of things. And on top of that, we have also increased the bass a bit more. Because that frequency response we use for audiophile is made for open cup ear cups. So, yeah. So it's very well balanced. We have worked on sound for 9 months. We actually had the tunings ready for almost 1 year ago, and we haven't released it until today. So
so it's been in R&D for quite a while.
It has. So it's taking way too long time, but I'm really happy with the end result of it. And this is a prototype of our new 7.1 headset. It's Dolby, so it's one driver in each ear cup. It has similar feature to the Nash 20, so you have the memory foam ear pads, the mic mute, and the volume control. But as you can see here, you actually have a switch for on and off the LEDs. You have a detachable USB cable. Up here also you can see that there is a microphone in this hole here, and that's for the environment noise cancellation, so it actually cancels sound, surrounding sound like fans and different things for the microphone. And this is probably going to be ready later this year in August.
Alright everyone, that was the newest innovations from Mionix. I'm hoping that you enjoyed watching how they go from the very basic of the production product to building a prototype to the actual finished product. Also, we got some great headsets that I think George is going to love because they are technically built for someone who is an audiophile, and they're for gamers. But we've got a new mouse that just came out. Richard, I want to say thank you Peter.
No worries, mate. No worries.
It's Peter. Richard also works for Mionix, but this is Peter. I want to say thank you, Peter. We enjoyed your presentation, and thank you very much.
Thank you.